Snarky. Greetings and welcome to Snarky Wizard. I am CYAN, and today we're gonna talk about Lovecraft Country by Matt Ruff. I'm a fan of Lovecraftian stories. I don't think that Lovecraft imagined the great influence that his work will have had in later years. The father of cosmic horror changed the game forever, with his mastery in employing philosophical pessimism, a desolate quality of the world and cosmos, and the focus on the fear of the unknown. So let's hit the road and marcha. The plot. In 1950s, when his father got missing, and spied their strenuous relationship, Atticus Turner, a black Korean war vet who has just returned to his hometown in Chicago, decided to embark on a road trip to New England to find him, accompanied by his uncle George and his childhood friend Letitia. Their trip takes them to a rustic white enclave in the backwoods of Massachusetts, run by the wealthy Great White family, a clan part of the Order of the Ancient Dawn, a group of privileged white people with too much money and not enough empathy that desperately needs Atticus for a blood-full ritual that will grant them untold magic and power. The Great White's intentions and the resulting chaos from Atticus' choices snares two families and their friends into a century-long battle of freedom, oppression, hope, hatred, racial intolerance, and violent ancient magic. My snarky review. This book, impeccable, combines the dread of the occult and unknown with the horror of the real-life prejudice. Also give us little snips of events from history that are reported and talked about far too infrequently, like the Negro Motorist Green Book. And as a geek of history, I always appreciate any additional knowledge of the past. I also love how the author honors Lovecraft in a very ironical way, separating the person for his virtuosity, imagination, and creation, without forgetting to mention an uncomfortable and polluted truth, employing heroes that the author would have never considered. Lovecraft as a person, and in most of his stories show us his racism, misogyny, xenophobia, and white supremacist points of view. Yet his talent is undeniable and has inspired many forms of art and entertainment, such as novels, comics, games, movies, series, cartoons, and songs. And that's why it's very ironical that the heroes of this story are not Caucasian. Kind of spoilers ahead. This book is a compendium of short stories which were originally conceived as a TV series and that soon, very soon, will become one for HBO. But with the current events and over-exploitation of the cold wokeness movement and the refuting that is causing in the general public, I'm really concerned by its reception. Lovecraft Country is a chilling reminder of the intolerance that people suffer in the past and can be depicted in a lesser and mostly unacceptable way in present times. Psychology and sociology explains intolerance as an individual needs to defend and preserve a positive image of him or herself on a group of he or she belongs. This phenomenon is a result of a difficult living condition, isolation, and preconditioning that frequently lead to a negative motivation in order to manifest one's superiority. And as I mentioned it earlier, the media in general is trying too hard to educate us and shame us with a weird equality concept. But the key message is being misconstrued, placed out of context, and interpreted as an attempt to cover bad low-quality entertainment, affecting its validity and true noble intentions. And thanks to the cheapness of this important concept, people had started to counteract everything that hints little pebbles of tolerance, empathy, and collaboration, which will lead us to an increase in their antithesis ideas and behaviors. And this is my major concern, that this fake woke movement will push us to a regression to darkest times where paradigms used to live in an unlimited status quo. This novel is considered fantasy, mystery, horror, Lovecraftian, and historical fiction. If you like Carter and Lovecraft, The Crowning, Wintertide, 14. Tuchulu Armageddon, and even meddling kids. You will enjoy this book. Favorite quotes or lesson from this novel? People can be real creative when it comes to ducking responsibility. Less friendly parts of the country were populated by ogres, trolls, vampires, werewolves, wild beasts, ghosts, evil sorcerers, and hooded white knights. This is a kind of way that describes some of the forms in which the maps of the Safe Negro Travel Guide were labeled, and this is a little hint of history that is very interesting. But stories are like people, Atticus. Loving them doesn't make them perfect. You try to cherish their virtues and overlook their flaws, but the flaws are still there. If I will catch you here after dark, it will be my sore duty to hang you from one of these trees, a policeman said to Atticus. I give this novel 5 or 5 Tesla light bulbs, and for me it's a gem between Lovecraftian stories. Well, that was my snarky whistle review. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button. Join us and become big paladins. Adios. Snarky. Whistle.